Welcome to the J&K podcast.
All right, so we're diving into relief business consulting today. Anyone running a business, especially if you've dealt with debt, you've probably seen the ads.
Yeah.
And let's be real, business debt, it's its own beast,
Okay,
right?
yeah.
But merchant cash advances, those MCAs, those are,
Different ballgame.
yeah, those are on another level. We're really going to unpack if RBC is the real deal with these MCAs or if it's all hype. What is it about MCAs that makes them so scary for businesses?
Well, you see, the thing with MCAs is they're easy to get, right? You need cash fast
Right.
when you're a small business. That's tempting.
Oh, for sure.
But the payback,
Mhm.
that's where it gets you. Daily, sometimes weekly deductions, right, from your revenue and the interest rates. Forget about it. So you're just constantly behind.
Just digging that hole deeper.
Exactly. You get trapped. It's a cycle.
It's brutal. And that's where RBC comes in saying, we're the MCA guys. They're based out of Bohemia, New York. And everything we found, it's laser focused on these MCA situations.
And that's important. That specialization tells me they know this specific kind of debt, these businesses, inside and out.
Right, right. It's not just some general debt relief thing. You know what really stuck with me from their YouTube video? It's that line, fighting an uphill battle.
Oh, yeah.
They're tapping into that feeling, like every business owner dealing with this stuff probably feels
You're overwhelmed, alone.
like you're drowning almost.
And suddenly they're positioning themselves as the lifeline. We understand, we can help. That's powerful when you're desperate.
Oh, absolutely. When you're in that headspace, just someone saying, we get it, that's huge.
It is. It is.
So they're really laying on my empathy, making sure struggling business owners know they understand the MCA struggle.
Yeah, but talk is cheap.
Right. Right.
So let's get into the weeds here. What are they actually doing to help? Debt relief? That's a pretty broad term.
Yeah, what's the game plan?
That's where it gets interesting. They're not just talking about, credit card consolidation or something.
Right, right.
This is targeted. We're talking specifically about restructuring those MCA payments.
Okay, so I'm seeing this term a lot in the materials. Debt restructuring. What does that even mean when we're talking about MCAs?
Think about it. With an MCA, you're getting hit with those payments constantly, daily, weekly, right out of your revenue. It's like you can't come up for air. Restructuring the way RBC is doing it, it's about going to those MCA providers and saying, hey, we need to make this manageable. Ideally, getting you to a monthly payment schedule, something you can actually budget for.
So less about making the debt disappear, more about making it livable.
Exactly. It's giving those businesses a chance to breathe, to get back to actually doing business instead of just trying to survive the month. And switching from daily, weekly to monthly payments, that's huge for your cash flow. I mean, imagine the difference that makes, just being able to plan, knowing what you have, instead of always wondering when the next payment's coming out.
Yeah, just having a little breathing room.
Right, right.
And they're not just some financial advisor, right? They've got lawyers on staff.
This is key. Legal representation. It's built in. Put yourself in the shoes of that business owner. You're already stressed to the max, right? And now, on top of everything, you got to go find a lawyer. It's another hurdle, another expense you don't need. Having that legal expertise right there, it's huge.
It's like they created the perfect solution, at least on paper. But do they actually deliver? That's what we're really trying to find out here.
Right. And to get to that, we need to go beyond what RBC is saying and look at what their clients are saying.
Yeah, and we've got to be careful, right? Testimonials are just one side of the story.
Of course.
Someone's single experience. But I gotta say, some of these, they really grab you. Like, what are you seeing?
The biggest thing that jumps out is just how relieved people sound, Once RBC's in the picture, so many of them talk about the calls.
Oh, the calls.
The creditor calls.
Oh,
nonstop.
the worst.
And apparently that stocks, like immediately.
Yeah.
RBC takes over. They're dealing with the creditors, all that.
So you're not getting hounded.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You can breathe again.
Yeah.
Focus on your actual business.
Which is huge, right? When you're just trying to keep your head above water, you can't even think straight.
No, you're in survival mode. There's a few in here they're talking about finally being able to plan again, think about the future instead of just tomorrow's payment.
Right.
There's even one shop owner, I think it was. They were like days away from closing up shop. RBC came in, restructured their debt. Now they're saying business is booming.
Wow. See, and that's what we were saying before, right? Sometimes it's not about wiping the slate clean. It's just getting to a point where
Manageable,
sustainability.
Sustainability, that's the key. And when you look at the financials from these testimonials, turning those daily, weekly MCA hits into monthly payments, That seems to be the game changer for a lot of them.
Yeah, just that consistency makes a huge difference.
Huge. There's a factory owner says RBC saved them from bankruptcy. Straight up. They were drowning in MCA debt, but RBC got them a restructuring plan. They were able to turn things around.
So look, whether RBC ends up being the answer for you or not, I think what we've really highlighted here is you don't have to go through this alone.
Absolutely not.
There are experts out there, people who understand this stuff, this specific kind of debt. So do your research, ask the tough questions, and don't be afraid to get help.
Couldn't have said it better myself.
This J&K podcast is brought to you by the good people at Terp Studios. To learn more about Relief Business Consulting, or if you're ready for your free consultation, call 855-370-2070. You can also go online to reliefbusinessconsulting.com. Relief Business Consulting, what your business needs.